अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट शाहिदा मिर्ज़ा। Bonjour Montréal में। Aujourd'hui, c'est un plaisir, c'est un réel plaisir pour moi d'être ici ce soir. Je voudrais tout d'abord vous présenter Dr. Sherwin, un honorable médecin qui est gracieusement accepté d'avoir effectué le déplacement pour venir partager sa vaste expérience avec nous. Je lui laisse la parole pour qu'il puisse se présenter. Welcome, Dr. Sherwin. Always nice to see you. And personally, I really appreciate you came here with your busy time, so I let you to talk about it.
Thank you for having me come and present today, Shaida. I think the audience has a couple of questions about CLSC Park Extension. Some of them I might be able to guess. For example, I know that every morning from Monday to Friday, whether it's in the middle of winter or with better weather, there are usually about 10 to 15 people lining up in front of the CLSC doors. And the reason they're there in the morning so early, before the doors open, is to try and get their first place in the walk-in clinic. And in the last 10 years, things have been changing. And I think most of the people who live in Park Extension are wondering, why is it so difficult to be able to see a doctor in the morning?
Yes.
I will try and explain how the clinic without appointment, the sans rendezvous, works in the morning with all of the changes that have happened. The situation that makes it difficult for people to see a doctor without appointment is especially difficult for those people who do not have a family doctor at the CLSC. They are considered the people who are non-registered with the clinic. And the word used in French is also patient orphelin, which means an orphan patient.
Yes.
Which is kind of a strong word to use, but it means that the person does not have an identified family doctor. In the morning clinic without appointment, there are only 6 spots available for people who do not have a family doctor. And those spots might be given to people who have who live in another neighborhood and who have a Medicare card. But it could also be for people who live in Park Extension who may or may not have a Medicare card. So, for example, they might be asylum seekers with asylum seeker documents. And there are only 6 spots in the morning, and after that, there are no more spots to see the doctor. The other patients who do have a family doctor, they can come in the morning, and usually more than 6 people will be seen, anywhere from 10 to 14. And they can continue coming throughout the day into the afternoon until 4 o'clock. So in all, I would say that whether there's one doctor or more than one doctor working in that clinic without appointment, we can see between anywhere between 14 and 24 people.
Every day?
From 8 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock. Okay. The reason we might not be able to see as many people as other clinics in Montreal is because many of our patients that we see in this clinic have major language barriers. So they might only be able to speak Urdu or Punjabi or Bengali or one of the languages that is not French or English. They may come with a friend who will be an interpreter, but anytime we have an interpreter, it will double or triple the time it takes to do a patient.
That's for sure, yes.
So that's one problem. And then the other problem is that the people might have more than one medical problem to look at. And that also makes the time with the patient longer. So that would be, I think, one of the most obvious changes that people are aware of. And I would want to give some advice to people, especially if they lined up in the morning and were not able to see a doctor.
Right.
Just to let them know that the receptionist will usually direct them to another walk-in clinic in Montreal, and there might be some not too far away.
Right.
The biggest walk-in clinic that now gets special government support would be the clinic called Force Médic, which is on Jean Talon East near the corner of Christophe Colomb.
परफेक्ट सो इसका मतलब है कि जो डॉक्टर शर्गुइन हमें जो प्रोसीजर है आजकल जो CLSE पार्क एक्सटेंशन में जो प्रॉब्लम्स जो इशू है इस वक्त वो आपको एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हैं, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ वो आपको इस जो प्रॉब्लम है उसका सोल्यूशन भी दे रहे हैं। जैसे कि अगर आप अर्ली मॉर्निंग चले गए हैं क्लिनिक तो वो 6 से 7 लोगों को लेते हैं, एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, और जो दूसरे लोग होते हैं दे हैव नो चॉइस कि वो उनको वापस भेज दें। लेकिन मैं उन लोगों को बताना चाहती हूँ कि वो रिसेप्शन पे जाएं और रिसेप्शन से पूछें कि नज़दीकी कोई क्लिनिक में अगर जगह है तो वो आपको बता देंगे जो आपके नज़दीक वॉकिंग डिस्टेंस में हो, तो आप वहाँ जाके दिखा सकते हैं किसी डॉक्टर को। अगर पार्क एक्सटेंशन में डॉक्टर अवेलेबल नहीं है लेकिन कोई नज़दीक के क्लिनिक में वो आपको रेफ़र कर देंगे। सो मैं समझी कि शायद ये जो हल है, जो सोल्यूशन है, तो मेरा दिल था कि मैं उर्दू में आपको बताऊं। तो सॉरी डॉक्टर शर्गुइन, बिकॉज आई think it was very important what you were saying. If it's what 10 people on the line, so the 3 or the 4 person, the reception will tell them where to go to close a clinic, to not to just walk away to say, okay, they have no doctor. So the doctor are available, but they have to go to other clinic. So thank you for that information. Go ahead, sorry.
No problem. Thank you for telling the audience about that. One of the reasons why people might not want to go to another clinic, especially if they have a language barrier,
right,
is that they know they will not get an interpreter
yes,
at another clinic. As you know, at CLSE Park Extension, when people have appointments and they have a language barrier, we can sometimes reserve an interpreter
yes,
from the Banque d'Interprètes. So that helps a lot for the interview. But now, for the last couple of years, we also have a telephone interpreter service available.
Okay.
Where we call a 1-888 number.
Right.
And after just maybe a few minutes, we can get in contact with someone who speaks Punjabi or Hindi or any other language.
Any other language, okay.
And so now patients are aware that that service is available,
right,
and they will not get that service at any other clinic. So that's one of the reasons why people hesitate to go to another walk-in clinic.
But then, correct me, you just said it with the appointment when people are coming and you reserve an interpreter. But what about the walk-in clinic? Like they have no appointments, but they just come and you don't have interpreter. What you do in this situation?
So that's where we use the telephone interpreter service.
And they're always available when you call, they pick the phone?
Yeah. There are some days where the connection is not good, but those are exceptional,
right,
rare cases. In most situations now, patients can see us calling this number,
right,
and they can interact with the interpreter on the telephone,
okay,
give their story. It takes long,
right,
but many people now just assume that we will be able to get an interpreter on the phone.
Perfect. So it's mean back then, I remember, and I was there, but now, presently, you don't feel you need an interpreter on site, like hire by CLSE and to be with you, with the doctor, the nurse, and the social worker, I think is more helpful.
Yeah, for sure, having an interpreter on site and being present in front
right,
of the patient, I think that's preferable for the patient, and it makes the communication a lot easier. Because we have the walk-in
right,
situation, we cannot foresee, we cannot predict whether we will need an interpreter that day or not.
Right.
So the project that we established together, where you were the interpreter
yes,
back in 2012, you had lots of work in the walk-in clinic.
Yes.
In addition to all of the other appointment-based clinics.
Pakistan to aaye ne, Canada vich chaaye ne. Pakistan to aaye ne, Canada vich chaaye ne. Tera restaurant, tera restaurant. बुद्धि बंदे आओ डेरा रेस्टोरेंट बल्ले बल्ले खा पे खाओ डेरा रेस्टोरेंट जिंदा रख दे अपने कल्चर ने जिंदा रख दे अपने कल्चर ने सत बिस्मिल्लाह जी आया नु सत बिस्मिल्लाह जी आया नु हैप्पी बर्थडे शादी बुकिंग कर लो जी डेरा रेस्टोरेंट भाई डेरा रेस्टोरेंट डेरा रेस्टोरेंट भाई डेरा रेस्टोरेंट डेरा रेस्टोरेंट भाई डेरा रेस्टोरेंट restaurant bhai dera restaurant dera restaurant
790 Jerry West Montreal Quebec Canada H391G6 contact 514-495-2110 and 514-991-9112 information Syed Musa Raza
Restaurant 786 Best Pakistani restaurant in Montreal 100% halal ਇੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਪਨੀਰ, ਦਾਲ, ਸਾਗ, ਮਿਕਸ ਵੈਜ, ਕੜੀ ਪਕੌੜਾ ਤੇ ਨੌਨ ਵੈਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੋਸ਼ਤ, ਲਾਹੌਰੀ ਫਿਸ਼, ਲਾਹੌਰੀ ਚਿਕਨ, ਸੀਖ ਕਬਾਬ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਣੀ ਆ ਜਾਵੇਗਾ। ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਤੇ ਗਰੁੱਪਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਿਊਟੀਫੁਲ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੈਸਟ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਤੇ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ। ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਪਹੁੰਚੋ ਜਾਂ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 514 270 0786
was in 2011. So
2011, yeah.
2011. So I have to let my audience know.
Yeah.
जैसे कि कुछ लोग शायद मुझे जानते होंगे, मैं CLSC पार्क एक्सटेंशन में काम करती थी। 2011 में Dr. Shergwin, he's the one who put that project, pilot project. उन्होंने ये प्रोजेक्ट रखा हमारी कम्युनिटी की हेल्प के लिए, उर्दू, पंजाबी, हिंदी। So मैं वहाँ पे I was there for administration work. So project success हुआ 1 year. It was like pilot project. तो फिर 1 year बाद मुझे ये permanent post मिल गई. So I was interpreter at the CLSC Park Extension from 2011 till 2014 until 2014. I was there, and it's how do we say in French? C'est grâce à Dr. Shergwin que j'ai eu une poste permanente. And we always say around us, खुदा हमें हमारे बीच में ही फरिश्ते भेजते हैं. Angel exists in our life. For me, personal, in my life, it was Dr. Shergwin who played that role, and I'm really grateful and thank you very much to give me that opportunity. So इनको यकीन था मुझ पे कि मैं ये काम कर सकूंगी. So I done it. It was success. But now I'm no longer as an interpreter. I work in a different department. So thank you again in front of my audience. I'm really thankful to you. You are the one who believe in me to give me that opportunity with that project. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. So now we talk about professional.
Mm-hmm.
We want to know a little bit personal also. Talk to us about when you were young age, not in a primary, but in a high school. We always, as young adult, want to become something, and then it's turn up, we become a different, we pick a different professional. You as a teenager, you always want to be a doctor, or something else, and then is end up to be a doctor?
So for the young people that are going to high school here in Montreal, they will know that in their system they will probably have to go to CEGEP.
Yes.
And then after CEGEP, they might plan for university if they want to train for specific professions, although there are also vocational schools. So I did only grade 10 and 11 here in high school.
Right.
And the reason for that is just like most of my patients, I'm an immigrant too.
Right.
I came to Toronto in 1974.
Okay.
And I stayed here only for 1 year as a landed immigrant.
Right.
And then my dad, who is an agronomist, got a consultant job for the United Nations.
Okay.
So we lived in 3 different countries before we finally came back to settle in Montreal.
Right.
And when I came back, I did grade 10, grade 11. I was trying very much to be an A student. And then I went to CEGEP in health sciences.
Right.
At that time, I still didn't know that I would consider medicine as a profession. And I would say that maybe it was only after the second year of CEGEP, after my brother got into medical school directly from CEGEP, in a program that is called pre-medical program, where you don't have to do a university degree before medicine.
Right.
So he went in, and I was still in my second year of CEGEP, and that's when I started thinking, well, if he could do it and I have good grades, I will try it also. And that's how it is. I applied from John Abbott College in the West Island, and that year we were about six students who got accepted into medicine from John Abbott College.
Okay.
And then I was in the medical system.
Right.
And that was 5 more years of basic medical school training before I then went into residency in what we call here family medicine.
Family medicine, yeah. Okay. So, correct me, I heard, and I think I'm a witness also, you do care a lot for asylum seeker. You help them with their procedure, even though you're a doctor. But like I said, I'm a witness. The time when they come see you with their medical thing, you do talk to them about their, not really their case, but you wanted to help them for any way. So why is that? Why you are so open to those people? It is any reason for that? Personal, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a reason, I guess, from my immigrant origins.
Okay.
Just like, for example, there was a partition of India and Pakistan.
Yes.
Big political event.
Yes.
Lots of lives were changed. Many people were harmed by everything that happened.
Pakistan to aaye ne, Canada vich chaaye ne. Pakistan to aaye ne, Canada vich chaaye ne. Tera restaurant, tera restaurant. बुद्धि बंदे आओ डेरा रेस्टोरेंट, बल्ले बल्ले खा पे खाओ डेरा रेस्टोरेंट। जिंदा रख दे अपने कल्चर नू, जिंदा रख दे अपने कल्चर नू। सत बिस्मिल्लाह जी आया नू, सत बिस्मिल्लाह जी आया नू। हैप्पी बर्थडे शादी बुकिंग कर लो जी। डेरा रेस्टोरेंट भाई डेरा रेस्टोरेंट, डेरा रेस्टोरेंट भाई डेरा रेस्टोरेंट, डेरा रेस्टोरेंट भाई डेरा रेस्टोरेंट, डेरा रेस्टोरेंट भाई डेरा रेस्टोरेंट। डेरा रेस्टोरेंट।
Dera Restaurant, 790 Jerry West, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, H391G6. Contact 514-495-2110 and 514-991-9112. Information Syed Musa Raza.
रेस्टोरेंट 786 बेस्ट पाकिस्तानी रेस्टोरेंट इन मॉन्ट्रियल 100% हलाल। ਇੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਪਨੀਰ, ਦਾਲ, ਸਾਗ, ਮਿਕਸ ਵੈਜ ਕੜੀ ਪਕੌੜਾ ਤੇ ਨੌਨ ਵੈਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੋਸ਼ਤ ਲਾਹੌਰੀ ਫਿਸ਼ ਲਾਹੌਰੀ ਚਿਕਨ ਸੀਖ ਕਬਾਬ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਣੀ ਆ ਜਾਵੇਗਾ। ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਤੇ ਗਰੁੱਪਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਿਊਟੀਫੁਲ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੈਸਟ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਤੇ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ। ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਪਹੁੰਚੋ ਜਾਂ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 514 270 0786।
In my parents' country, we had the same situation in 1973.
Right.
We had a military takeover of elected government, so
Right.
the military took control, and the situation in our country was 17 years of dictatorship.
Right.
My parents, they saw all of the violence around us, and they decided that that was not a safe place to live
Right.
or to raise their children. So we decided to leave. At least my parents decided to leave.
Right.
I would say even maybe just my father decided that we should leave. My mother regretted having left, but that's the usual story of every immigrant,
Yes.
where you don't want to leave, but you have to leave.
Yes.
And so I think it's mostly because of everything that came after as I grew up, and I learned the story about my family, what happened in my country, and then not only what happened in my country, but what was happening in many countries.
In many country, yeah.
And of our region, but across the planet.
Right.
I began to see that people sometimes are forced to leave because of the conditions, political conditions, or any other dangerous situations. And I think that's probably the main reason why when I see asylum seekers, I think that could have been me. Except it wasn't me simply because we had the financial means
Yes.
to leave our country. Even though it was unsafe, we were able to leave not as asylum seekers or as refugees. We were able to just emigrate. But many other people in today's world, they don't have that security.
That's true.
And so they just have to basically run for their lives.
So इसलिए जब मैंने इनके साथ तकरीबन 4 साल काम किया इस CLSC में, तो मैंने काफ़ी दफ़ा ये नोट किया था और काफ़ी दफ़ा बात पूछने की कोशिश की थी। उस वक्त मैं नहीं पूछ सकी, लेकिन आज कैमरे के सामने मैंने पूछ लिया कि क्या वजह थी कि डॉक्टर शर्गविन जिस तरीके से वो अपने पेशेंट से बात करते हैं, जिस तरीके से वो उनकी हेल्प करते हैं, उनकी मदद करते हैं, हालांकि इनका ये प्रोफेशनल नहीं है इमिग्रेशन या लॉयर या कुछ, लेकिन वो दूसरे किस्म की काफ़ी वो हेल्प इन्होंने की है काफ़ी लोगों की। तो I just said it what I felt like to, but any message you wanted to give to our community or our audience who's watching?
I think one of the biggest projects I would like next to happen, I know that there are community organizations that help people from different parts of South Asia, but I would like to see a bigger involvement by the community organization
Yes.
to help the people who newly arrive to the
That's
neighborhood.
no doubt.
And in the CLSC, I would like to develop a system where we have more volunteers
Perfect.
who are basically trained to help and to volunteer as interpreters. And I would like that so that the community feels like they're controlling things. And I know the CLSC would have some control over that,
Right.
but I would like more volunteers to come forward. I'm thinking especially of young people who want to go towards university.
Right.
If they came and were offered a volunteer position at the CLSC, I think they would give back to the community, they would
Right.
help, and then they could also get support to get like a good reference letter to move on to university.
So let's see, listening your message, and if someone wants to approach you, or if someone wants to know more, where can they reach you?
Well, they can always leave a message at the reception.
Okay.
They just say Dr. Churgwin, and they can leave a message written, and then a way I can contact them, and I can always try and contact them for such a project.
Perfect.
Of course, if they're asking, I need to see the doctor because I have my back hurts or my throat hurts, unfortunately I cannot just give them private appointments. They have to come to the walk-in clinic.
तो जिस तरह डॉक्टर शर्गविन ने कहा है कि ये सोच रहे हैं कि एक प्रोजेक्ट करने के लिए CLSC के अंदर के वॉलंटियर अगर आगे आना चाहते हैं, कुछ लोग अगर इंटरेस्टिंग हैं तो वो रिसेप्शन पे जाके CLSC पार्क एक्सटेंशन की तो डॉक्टर शर्गविन के लिए मैसेज दे सकते हैं वॉलंटियर के लिए। जैसे डॉक्टर शर्गविन कह रहे हैं कि मैसेज ये ना छोड़ें कि आपके अगर बैक में दर्द है या कुछ भी है, इस चीज़ के लिए नहीं। अगर आप वॉलंटियर करना चाहते हैं तो आप डॉक्टर शर्गविन को कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं CLSC पार्क एक्सटेंशन में। तो आई थिंक सो यू वांट टू से समथिंग एल्स टू डॉक्टर शर्गविन और एनी अदर मैसेज टू यंग पीपल?
Well, to the young people, I would say look out for the people who are looking lost and who are needing help.
Right.
Not only try and help them, but try and protect them to make sure that other people in the community are not abusing of the people who cannot read or write, who do not know how to get services, who are being forced to pay for services that should be free. So I hope that the young people will be there to step in and protect, especially the older people who don't know how to use the system.
Yes, you're right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
So बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया प्रोग्राम देखने का। अब जैसे मैं ऑलवेज कहती हूँ कि हमारा फेसबुक पेज लाइक करें, प्राइम कनाडा TV। कमेंट्स आप हमें दे सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट टाइम आप किस शख्सियत से मिलना चाहते हैं आप हमें बताएं, हम कोशिश करेंगे। वो शख्सियत कोई भी हो, कोई भी पर्सनालिटी हो, वॉलंटियर, हाउसवाइफ, एनीबॉडी जिसके बारे में आप जानना चाहते हैं तो आप कमेंट्स में हमें बता सकते हैं। इसी के साथ अपनी होस्ट शाहिदा मिर्ज़ा को इजाज़त दीजिए, इस प्रॉमिस के साथ कि अपना ध्यान बहुत ज़्यादा रखिएगा। अल्लाह हाफिज़, बोंजोर, मोंट्रियल।